What's going on, everybody? As you can see, I just cleared a quick trade there as an example of what I'm going to be teaching here. Now, it was a little bit late of an entry, and this is going to be an IQ Options training video, strategy training video. We've talking about a few things of this platform, and I've told you guys how everything I've really taught on TradingView with the indicators, techniques, all of that stuff can be used on IQ Options. So those of you guys who have this platform, I'm going to be breaking down some ways you can strategize on here. Now you saw I just cleared a trade there real quickly. It was on a sell here. And I'm going to just quickly talk about the stochastic indicator down here at the bottom. So stochastic is one of the primary indicators that I like to use in my trading to spot reversals. So it's in the indicators section down here. It's underneath the popular and the momentum indicators, and it's called our stochastic oscillator. So I have it on just default settings right now. I haven't changed the settings to it. The settings are just normal. We're going to talk about that when we move forward a bit, but it's very simple. You can see there's three numbers at the side of the stochastic on the right hand corner here. You have 20, you have 50, and you have 80. 20, 50, 80. So those are like our measurements. You can see at 20, there's a red line that goes across the chart. And at 80, there's a green line. So the red line is the oversold line. The green line is the overbought line. So what we're paying attention to is the red and the blue line. A few things we want to see is a market be oversold. So like we see over here to the left of the chart, this was oversold on this currency pair at the time. Now what we're looking for is the crossover and trying to buy as it crosses back up. That's when we're trying to take the signal. I just cleared a quick sell there. You guys saw that before it came in. I got in a little bit late, but what I was looking for was to sell as this was crossing over. You can see not too long ago, we had an overbought indication. So this was overbought not too long ago. That's where I took that sell. As it was starting to cross back down, I entered that sell. So that's part of the strategy, right? That's the step one of the strategy, is understanding how to use the stochastic, right? Over here you have another time the blue and red line were overbought. So what we're trying to do is sell when the blue and red line cross back down. We're trying to sell. I can line it up here for you guys. When it crosses back down underneath. Right? We're not selling at the tops all the time. The strategy really comes when the blue and red line cross underneath the stochastic. That's what I did here on that trade. Right? This is a weekend market. I was on OTC when I was looking at this, and I caught a quick sell there. Over here would have been a good place to be looking for the buy. Right? You're oversold. But now where you could be looking to take the buy, right, is when that blue and orange line cross back above. That could be where you're taking your buy signal. That's where the stretch of momentum comes into play when we're looking at this indicator. Now, the other setting that I use, I'm going to put another stochastic on the chart real quick for you guys. Stochastic oscillator. What we're going to do is change this up just a little bit. We're going to change this to a 6. Not a 6, 7, a 6. And click apply. So now we have two stochastics on the chart. I like to use the two together as extra confirmation. But the main reason why we use two together, and you might be able to see it here if you look closely. Let's just spend some time on this here. So here we have the market coming down. Okay, and we reach oversold. Now, if you look at the difference, right, between the two, I made one faster. Right, that's all I did. I made one faster. The bottom one is the faster one. It's the 6. 6, 3, and 3. 13, 3, and 3. Now, the crossover on the 6 happens a bit faster compared to the one at the top. You can just slightly see it, right? Because remember, we're looking at the red line. If I can make these, give me a second. Let's make these lines a little bit thicker so they stand out for you guys, because it might be a little bit hard to see through the screen. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the second one. If I go to Edit on the indicators, that's their settings. I'm going to go to Colors and Display. Just so it stands out a little bit more, I'm going to make the lines thicker on overbought and oversold. And I'm going to click Apply. So you can see the red line. Momentum comes in when the blue and orange line cross back over the red line. That's where momentum comes in, when the blue and orange line cross back above. Now, it happens quicker down here because we're using a faster setting. So we're using the 2 and 2 together when we're looking at this. This one's quicker. So when that crosses over, that could be our buy signal. If we look at what just happened not too long ago, over here, right, you can just see where this one crosses over. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can see where this one crosses down under here versus where this one does. Just a bit sooner. Remember that sell that I took at the beginning? You saw when I first started this video, I cleared a sell here. That's where I took my sell, was when this was crossing over and this was slightly there. I was using those two together, and look how much the market's moved since. So this is part 1 of our strategy training, guys. This is going to be part 1. It's pretty basic, right? I just wanted to go over the indicators, show you how we can put them on TradingView, or IQ Options, sorry. Similar to how I do on TradingView, how I put my stochastics and my other indicators. So this is part 1. Remember what our settings are. Our secondary setting is 6, 3, and 3. The reason is because it makes the second one faster. So I'll see you guys in part 2 of our IQ Options strategy training. This is going to be finishing part 1 of IQ Options strategy training. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.